Nice one, Golden Snitch. Back here, just give us a trophy. Just give us a trophy right now. Germany are out, Argentina are out, Brazil are out. All of you out. All right, without further ado, where is the man of the moment? He's, what are we, 3 for 3? Let's make it 4 for 4. It's Tony Buscmemi, everybody.
Okay, I recently went to Disney Shanghai. There's easier ways to kill yourself, actually. I could have done it like a man and just hung myself like Anthony Bourdain, but I wanted to get fancy and go to Disney Shanghai.
Too soon.
Too soon. I'll just stick with Hitler jokes, not bad. Stick with the Hitler jokes. I've learned that entering Disney Shanghai, it's a lot like, my imagination would presume, would be like entering Germany through the Angela Merkel Welcome to Deutschland refugee experience. Because similar to that, you're arriving on a crowded, stinky transport. Myself, I'll attest to the bus, hot as balls and smelling like halitosis. In the background, there's a lot of gibberish, a lot of durka durka, jabba jabba everywhere. You got a guy yelling manic directions, such as, when you arrive, hold your baby close to you. Do not let your children out of your sight. And everyone's nerves are rising on edge. People are traveling with loads of shit. Like, I'm talking hobo gear, myself included. Not too much judging on that one. And, your transport arrives, boom, out of the gates. Like horses on fucking Kentucky Derby. Everyone's out there, and you got 10 to 15 minutes before you even reach Disney Shanghai. You know that now. It's a mix of like Starship Troopers and like letting out of the boat on D-Day. It's frantic as fuck, and people are just shoving past each other, all hoping to get ahead before, death falls to the one next to you. And then you have this massive crowd of surging like human wave. And it all just piles into these gates, these Disney Shanghai corporate Disney gates. And that's when the real shit starts, and you realize, like, fuck, I thought that was the line. No, you're wrong. That's when you get there, and it's hot garbage everywhere, because it's hot as fuck outside, and there's garbage everywhere, because people just throw their shit where they're standing. And that would basically be Hefei, but we have the IE bottle mafia that basically, they're doing their underhanded, they're working their things, they're enforcing certain levels. IEs own every street corner in this fucking city, whether we foreigners realize it or not. And those bottles are getting collected and money's being made. Corporate Disney police are edging the IE body mafia out because it fucking reeks of hot shit out there. And it's con artists abound. Everyone's trying to sell you shit. You're not even in the park yet. And if you've been to Serbia, you've been to the Balkans, you go to Disney Shanghai, they all look the same. It's like windbreaker, fanny pack, I forget what the Brits call it, to the side. Windbreaker, fanny pack to the side, fucking flat-brimmed hat, and they got the sunglasses with the pearl mirror kind of crap. Yeah, so it's all one kind of people working that shit. And so it gets quite different actually when you first enter in, because they scan your passport and you're doing all that kind of jazz, and you're in. Oh, thank God, I'm in, dude. And you got blonde babes like with a welcome to Deutschland, my unfortunate peoples, welcome to Deutschland, like blonde babes, and you're like, fuck yeah, I made it, son. And you're like, and I'm like, I'm gonna live on the dole, shit's gonna be sweet. Actually, though, when you get into Disney World, the only people greeting you is a fucking weak-ass Mickey with a fucking line longer than this bar, and you gotta pay to get welcomed with a photo. And, they're just gonna bleed you out of all expenses there. But a little bit like Germany, though. I quickly arrive and I meet like-minded individuals, meet a rave gang, and then I work my way up to the leadership of a rave gang based off my Bill Cosby expertise with the GHB. It's actually insanity that got raped. So you get into Disney, and then outside you realize the lines are a little bit like a Venezuela bank. Gotta get those bolivars into real money fast. But without the civility of desperate Venezuelans trying to ditch their hyperinflated nothing bolivars, replaced with the civility of 5,000 years of civility. So these Disney rides, you get into these Disney rides. They're a bit like rides at Disney are a lot like dating foreign women in China. There's a couple hours of humdrum, boring nonsense, and then you get about 5 to 7 minutes of oh boy, fun time. You know, it doesn't really work with Chinese women, that joke. Because if I replace it with Chinese women, it'd be more like you do the humdrum waiting in line, and then you get to the ride, and it turns out those the guy in the windbreaker and the fanny pack, he sold you fake tickets, and there is no fucking ride. You just go straight to the back. We got a couple of chuckles. Fucking hell. And well, there's it's not one Chinese experience as them all. The other possible one would be you get to the ride and it's the same ride you've rode and everyone's ridden it and it's the same fucking ride and you don't even want to bother riding it because you've ridden it already when you were a kid and everyone else has ridden it as well. So I've learned this quite directly in the Disney Shanghai because the lines are long and the parameters for the lines are like about the width of two people, so it's cutting fever. So I'm getting in there, and what they do is they'll get a parent and a brood. The brood will sneak in under you, and then the brood will bring in the parents, and they'll just push their way to the front the whole time. So some lady's trying to cut, and she's been kind of, I've been maintaining. I'm feeling it, and I just give a cheeky little jiggle back, and she gives like a yell whine. It's actually normally it's not that frightening, but in that situation it's frightening like that. You're like, oh shit, I'm fucked, dude. I'm fucked. I'm like one. Like, there's not many foreigners here. I'm like, one rando foreigner, a line full of Chinese. She's screaming. It's kind of weird, though, but she's screaming. I'm in deep shit. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, you better not cut. You should be fucking ashamed for cutting. And then I am saying, you better not fucking be ashamed. And then he's like, ah. And there's one foreigner a little bit off. I can tell he's got his autism tense was tingling and being like, what the fuck? And I was like, she was a bit spooked though by the whole. I don't think she understood a damn word I said because she argued with her brood and then lingered in the back, and I just kind of pretended it didn't happen or something. So like you find out cutting lines makes you hateful as shit. You might already be a hateful person. I mean, maybe I am, perhaps. But like being in thick crowds and line cutting, it changes you. It changes your personality. It changes who you are. It makes you more hateful. So when I was tired of all the shitty ass lines and hating the fucking world, hoping terrorist bombs would just end my line experience and making women stop screaming at me and whatnot, yelling nonsense at them. My wife and kid, they want to go to a souvenir shop. They want to buy Mickey Mouse crap and stuff, and I can't be bothered with that. So I'm just going to go walk around. I'm going to go to Tomorrowland. I'm going to go to Tomorrowland. That's the future place. Well, I'm at Tomorrowland. I'm gonna go buy some beers. I'm by myself. I'm bored out of my goddamn wits. I hate these fucking lines. In fact, I hate this entire fucking place. Let's go get beers and hang out. I meet some foreigners. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? She's pretty cute. They speak English. There's a couple of them. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we're hitting it off. We're talking about Star Wars. They're gonna open a new Star Wars exhibit in the park in Tomorrowland. And we're talking to her, and then I notice she's got a long sleeve, and I'm like, hey, why do you have a long sleeve? She pulls out a big old stump. She got one hand. And I'm fucking clever, and I'm a funny guy, so I say, hey, looks like you're Han Solo. Goes silent. No one laughs. I gave a premature huckle expecting an applause. I walked away quickly, did not return to Tomorrowland for the rest of my Disney shit experience. So you're wondering, so there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of negativity coming from this guy, even though he is a positive person, actually. The best place in Shanghai Disney. Where the fuck is it? The best place? The bathroom. It's clean. No trash. In my experience, ladies, I can't speak for you, but dudes, no line. No rubby cunts trying to squeak past you and cut you. And I'm alone, finally. It's nice, except for Tigger. The poor guy and the Tigger mascot. He also had a lot of poo in him. So I applied to be an advisor to Trump. Big surprise, turned down, failed. Because I had an idea, and it was actually my favor to everyone. And you're gonna thank me for it one day, but it's not gonna happen. It was my American Family Youth Cultural Exchange program, where we send lower income urban youth to China, specifically Shanghai Disney.
That's how I got here.
His mom is also in jail then, if it went according to my plan. So specifically, we're searching specific. We have a lot of standards. We have the Hood Rat Youth, and we want Tyler Perry, Medea moms. In the movie theater, loud, Lord have mercy. That's what we're looking for. And then you send them there, and to Shanghai Disney, and then you wait for it. You wait for the YouTube gold. Because two things are going to happen out of that situation, and I've thought about it longer after I made the joke, and I realized what would happen. Two things would happen, at least I thought, would the local people would learn not to cut. That 10% would learn not to cut, actually. It's 10%. Would learn not to cut because they'd be getting their asses whooped up and down fucking Shanghai Disney. And the other thing would happen, China gets even more super racist than it already is. And I was like, told my wife that one, she was like, yeah, we're gonna get super racist actually, if that's the case. And I was like, yeah, you know you're right. But I'm a positive person. I'm a positive man with a positive mind for the future. So, in that scenario, at least on the New Year's festival, you would no longer have any more blackface. Blackface nonsense with Wo Ah Jungle! Wo Ah Jungle! On the Spring Festival New Year's. No one watches Chinese TV here, I got it. It's okay. So it's on deaf ears, yeah, you're right. It's a stupid thing because no one watches Chinese TV anyway. Alright guys, have a great night. Thanks so much.